but I can't help but have an opinion of some type, and Twitter is just there begging me to piss people off.
Absolutely. Listen, everybody's got an opinion. It's plain and simple. That's really all, all it is an opinion.
I mean, obviously, if I acted like this in real life, I'd be committed, It's...
Probably. Probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Mike, you got any questions for the fine gentleman over here?
What are you guys smoking these days? What's one of your, or a couple of your favorite smokes that you are going through?
My father, Christoph, Illusion, Oya de Nicaragua, Antonio.
I've been doing those as well.
Yeah.
All of those.
Yeah. And of course the Casa Magna. It's
the old standbys.
Old standbys, yeah.
The Colorado.
Yeah, I like them a little better.
The Oscuro?
Yeah.
The dark one?
But most of my customers like the Colorado.
I like the Colorado a little better. I smoke all of those you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Lately. A lot of Christophs. Alec Bradley I like to throw in there.
Alec Bradley. Absolutely.
CAO sometimes.
Yeah.
Kind of a budget friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the La Traviata.
Albaton.
I do an Albaton in the morning.
Yeah, love the Albaton.
There's probably more.
Now, how many cigars do you guys smoke a day?
I've been smoking 3 to 4.
I usually do like one in the morning, and I'll do one after dinner or something like that. But on the weekends, or if I'm trying to do a review, it could go up to 3 or 4. I mean, it just depends.
Right.
Depends on my workload on the site, to be honest. Depends on how caught up I am.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, what are some of the things, if there is anything, I'm sure there's got to be something. So, what are some of the things that aggravate you with the cigar industry?
Well, the only one actually is our distributor, well, I can call them distributors because, like, for instance, JR and the other big ones that they really screwing the little cigar guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cigars International. They all own, one is owned by General, the other one is Altadas, and, sometimes I think they're trying to put us out of business, and our Congress people and the senators, they're not doing the damn thing about it, and they should make them pay taxes, and if they're going to ship out, and, make them pay and stop all the baloney, giving them all these big deals where the guy comes in and says, I bought this cigar, this Gurkha for $4, or, the different cigars that they can buy and get these deals. So my answer to those people saying, hey, you're buying seconds, period.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. You're buying cigars that are either seconds, they're giving you deals, and then some of them come in and say, yeah, I bought this cigar, man. I bought this one from you, and I bought some from JR or Altadas, the other
Cigar.com and all those.
Cigars International.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, you're right. Your cigars tasted a lot better. I said, well, one reason might be they're not properly humidified, for instance. I got guys that got dry cigars from them.
Mm-hmm.
Others got them with bugs.
Yeah.
So, what my hope was that they come in here and stop buying from the internet.
Right.
Because it's not right what they're doing. And what I heard when I was in Vegas 4 years ago, what I heard Altadas say, and they didn't give a shit about the little guy.
Mm.
Right in front of a ton of people.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go well.
No,
so,
that's bad.
And also, I've noticed buying online, I get fewer duds, fewer defective cigars in your local.
Yeah.
Buying from your local tobacconist.
Yeah, that's I think that's because the tobacconist, he's more passionate, in my opinion, about it, and he's taking care of the proper humidification because, this is his livelihood. I'm not saying it's not their livelihood. I'm just saying he's more passionate about it. of being
Right.
them than
And I agree with that.
somebody
And I
else.
can take a plug stick back to Ed, and he'll make the manufacturer eat it.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll send the cigar back and say this,
Oh, yeah.
and,
It
and I'm
happens.
happy.
Oh, I'll call up the vendor and tell them, hey, you know, I had a bad batch of JFR cigars.
Mm-hmm.
They were all exploding. They were all terrible. But there was one box that I got. I called them up and told them about it, and but they take care of it. You know?
Right.
And then on the customer's end, they just see Ed's face. I went to
Yeah.
Ed's shop. He fixed it. That's all I know.
Yeah, exactly.
So that, that's my end of it.
I make it good, and that's very important to the customer.
Absolutely.
And so, in that case, they'll always come back here and remember that. You know.
Absolutely.
Especially,
Now, what do you think, Ed, with Odin the shop, with the pricing, like you were talking about with the big one-line distributors? I know a lot of them are here in Pennsylvania. We have no tobacco tax here. But do you think there should be something put into place where the manufacturers make the bigger guys stick to an MSRP selling price?
Absolutely. I wouldn't even mind if they discount them 20%, because I do that here. But when you give a customer cigars and they get that for like a 40% discount, I think that hurts the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
you could make a significant profit on that. I mean,
Right.
you go out of business.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
Yeah, being so small, you couldn't make a living like that.
No, absolutely not.
Another.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to. Jersey J had a good question for Ed. Do you have a house blend? And if not, are you thinking about bringing one in?
No, I don't have one. I have not found. I've tried a few. I have not tried anything that I would want to sell to my customer as my house blend.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, Tom, cigar choice. He's Porrigidi, I'm assuming. He told me that's who he was, so I'm probably saying his name wrong, so I'm horrible with that. If you watch Mike Stogie's, you know that. But anyways,
it's like Porrigidi.
he has a question. He wants to know, do you have a set schedule for your reviews, or do you just throw them up there?
I try to be consistent. I think when, like, the Cigar Nut, and probably you too, when we first met, when you first started up,
Mm-hmm.
I was always like, be consistent, so people can say, well, MikeStogies.com, I always know I'm going to get a review on this day and this day.
Yep.
Stogie review, whatever your site is.
Absolutely.
So I try to do like a Tuesday and a Friday, or at least. I mean, I don't want to do too many reviews because I just don't think I could be fair, to a particular cigar. So I try to do a couple a week. I'll screw up. I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously.
Right.
But no, my blog is just mainly for selfish reasons. I mean, I reference it to see what I like, and don't. That's really the whole intent of the whole thing.
Right.
So
Yeah, keep a running track for yourself. Now, tell people how your review process goes. I mean, do you smoke 5, 10, 1, 2?
it depends. I've smoked as few as 2. I've smoked as many as 5. It just depends on the consistency of the cigar, I think. I mean, if I smoke 2 cigars and they're both totally different, I should probably smoke more. Or at least put it in the review. Like you do with first impressions. Well, I've only had one of these. I do those.
Right.
So it's just minimum 2,
Yeah.
sometimes 3.
Okay.
So rarely do I have to go higher than that. I mean, cigar manufacturing is pretty nailed down. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't get too often where
They got it down to a science.
it's not often you smoke like a CAO La Triviata and it's totally different than the last one, it's
Right.
so 2 to 3.
So let's see. We'll do a dual question for both of you. Same question, a little different. Tom, anything new? Anything coming up? Changes that you can tell anybody with Tom Cigars? And anything new? Anything changes with St. Pete Cigars?
No changes.
No changes.
No changes.
He's had a pretty big change.
Can't you lie and make one up?
We maintain with our cigar events
Mm-hmm.
every other month now. Last year I did them every month, and I cut that out. That was too much.
Yeah.
But this year I went to every other month, and basically no other changes.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing as far as maintaining the cigar events and running the business basically the same way.
Cool.
I would still work 6 days a week. Once in a while I got a day off.
There you
Sometimes
go.
I work for him.
Sometimes Tom works for me.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That's it. That's my philosophy.
It's entertaining the look of disappointment when people come into your shop and you're not here and I am.
So they probably think you're robbing them. That's
Yeah, no. I don't know who I am, and they're bummed out.
So Tom, what about you? Anything coming? Anything changing on Tom Cigars? Anything different? Anything you're thinking about?
I'm pretty stagnant and boring, man. I review cigars. I mean, I'm not like here to make a big splash. Obviously, my statistics probably reflect that.
Yeah.
I'd probably need to work on setting a schedule with it a little better.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would like to see more of you guys back, more of your videos back up on SR where you were.
Definitely.
Or at least,
One of the things I enjoyed. So
Or at least-
I would like to see it.
or at least take my own advice and be consistent about it. Like whether it's every month or whatever.
Exactly.
So we'll lock it in. We'll figure it out. We
Exactly.
just got to find out a time that's comfortable. It's now that he's got this new shop, man. Whenever we set up for a review, it's editing hell, man. People are walking in.
Yeah, it's that doorbell. Ed, get rid of the damn doorbell.
There's people punching them in the face. It's all kinds of weird stuff. So we got to lock in a time and